he said, well, you know, and the cops are here and it's creating a disturbance. I said, some nervous Nelly called the cops because in America, that's the first thing that people do. You know, something happens, they call the cops.
And you have the right to.
So I'm not interested in hearing any unlawful directives.
If you
Don't eat yellow snow, don't wrestle with a lollipop in your mouth. I know all that stuff. I'm older than you are and I don't want to hear it. So,
if you start harassing the public, then we have a different issue.
of course.
So
If you start harassing me, we have a different issue. So I would appreciate if you would just carry on with your day and I'll carry on with mine and we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. How's it going, guys? Amagansett Press coming to you today from the United States Post Office in Vail, Colorado. I'm out watching the Watchmen today, and we're gonna go inside and pay a little visit on these folks today and find out if they honor and respect our right to take video and photographs from publicly accessible areas of public property and public buildings. I'll give you a little view of the neighborhood here. We have Old Glory waving in the breeze, as she should. Well, let's go inside and take a look and see how the folks at the Vail, Colorado Post Office are doing today. Ready, Watchman? This building is named in the honor of Gerald R. Ford Jr. by an act of Congress, March 7, 2007. And the building was dedicated to public service in 1989. Lots of post office boxes. Here's our poster 7, dated 2003. Not the oldest copy I've seen, but certainly outdated.
There's a lot of big boxes.
Yeah, there's a lot of boxes. I was just saying that, yeah.
Maybe it's one of those places where they don't have delivery to your house.
Yeah, that could be. When we lived in Amagansett, New York, if you're a local resident of Amagansett, there is no residential mail delivery. So residents there have to have a post office box in order to get their mail, and I wonder if it's the same here. There's another poster 7 here. Let's see what the date is on that one. I think it's the same one. No, this one's actually 1998. Even older copy here. There's a 1998 poster 7 in there.
Oh, they're like locker size ones over here.
Yeah. Those are actually the biggest post office boxes I've ever seen. That's so if you have to get skis delivered or a snowboard.
2006.
So you have your priority mail supplies here and a counter. Your shipping supplies.
Those stamps.
Those real stamps, I mean, I can use, I found,
Yeah,
no, come back to me, it's not real.
they're all stamps actually.
Both three
Even
columns.
this white thing, yeah.
Well, that's okay, I don't understand why, I was supposed to stamp on my letter.
I can take it if you want to send it out, yes.
Postmaster's office back then.
And this one? Thank you very much. And you don't have to wait in line again or anything. Just stand off to the side when you're ready. Yeah. And then come back. Hi there, how are you doing?
Anything that's better than 34.
Would you like any stamps today? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Have a good day. Bye. This is priority, so it's just 2 or 3 days.
That's nice.
Can you tell me what that said? I can't read.
Is printed okay for your receipt? Yes. Very good. Thank you so much. You know, there's your tracking.
For God doesn't want to be on camera, he certainly keeps staring at us enough.
Okay.
I'd look the other way, but that's just me. Does it speak? Is that all you can say?
He's trying to tell us what his IQ is.
Okay, I'll see if I can.
Must be the mayor.
No, it has to go out tonight. I do it now. Yeah, so that's,
Yeah, I see, can you whack it in with me? Priority is lower than, I mean, first class is lower than priority. You can't vice versa, like, say if this was express, said express, you can't put an express label on the priority. I mean, you can't put the priority on the express, because express costs more. Right. But if it's express, you can put it, you can. Yeah.
excuse me, Starline's got an international package and was explaining we don't do them after 3 p.m., but she said she was here at 3.
I was here, but.
I believe her. Can I go ahead and have her do the, she hasn't done the customs.
Yeah,
I can
fill
do
out
it.
the
I can do
custom
it.
form and
Go ahead and fill it out, please.
Thank you so much.
You don't have to get in line again, stand up to the side, go help other customers. Okay. Thank you. I can help you over here, sir.
Those insurance. Did I confuse you on that? No,
sorry.
I just wanted, I had never used their.
Oh, excuse me, sir.
They're different price points.
I was just curious, are you taking
You can't
pictures?
put, higher packaging, I mean, a lower price point label in higher.
Stark, you know who these people are taking these videos? He said they're intimidating the customers. I was just wondering,
Who are you guys?
who are you guys?
Ma'am, what is your name? My name's Jason.
Hi, Jason.
Hi. What is your first name?
It's nice to meet you. No, I'm Sarah. I was just curious.
Sarah, when this gentleman leaves, I'd be happy to explain to you what we're doing.
Oh, are you
Okay.
with USPS?
Oh, really?
Right.
So let me help you first, okay?
No, I'm good, thank you. Oh, you're talking to her.
No, I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah, really?
No, I don't need any help, thank you.
Okay,
I will speak to Sarah after this gentleman's gone.
Well, I don't want to be on camera.
I don't want to be on
I
camera
don't want to be
either.
on camera. I'm gonna put it down so I get it.
See what this guy started? Only takes one to light a fire.
Somebody's like a fire. Just don't want to be
No, no, not you. It's just a camera. Nothing scary. It's not about you, man. We're working on a story on the post office. It has nothing to do with any of the customers.
I don't want to be seen.
Well, then, if you don't want to be seen, don't. I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, but then you got to not go out in the public if you don't want to be seen.
I just don't want you taking a picture, okay?
I wasn't taking your picture, ma'am, until you started speaking with me. I haven't told you I'm not here for you. It's not about you. It's not nothing to do with the customers.
Oh, yeah, are you filming something?
I'm sorry?
Are you filming something?
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Well, then,
You're not allowed to film without consent.
Sure we are. Without whose consent?
Any of these people that you're filming.
That's not accurate.
Should we get the police over here to see?
That's up to you. Well, I'll do you one better. You can call the police if you like. I'm not afraid of that. But I'd be happy to show you Poster 7, which is the post office rules and regulations that are hanging up on their wall here. If you want to take a look at it.
Poster 7, I'm talking about publicly filming somebody without their...
Well, you said the key word, publicly, but I'll show you the rules if you want to see them.
No, I don't want to be on camera. Just like these people do.
Well, it's silly logic to approach somebody that's filming if you don't want to be on camera.
well, how am I supposed to go through the line?
Just go about your business, do what you're doing.
Am I
And
on your camera right now?
right now you are, yes.
Well,
Yes. And seriously, I'd be happy to show you their rules and regulations. They're hanging right here. Look, it's right here.
Probably even go further.
But whatever you need to do. If you want to waste resources, that's up to you.
I mean, I think you don't think you don't tell the post office what's going on.
I'll answer everyone's question for him if you like. Is the postmaster here?
So I'm not on TV or in Vail Daily.
I don't work for the TV, ma'am. If the postmaster is here, I can straighten this out for you in about 10
Let me ask you
seconds.
something. This isn't
Sure.
going to Vail Daily, huh?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It is not going to Vail Daily. Absolutely not,
I
ma'am.
just don't want to be on TV or Vail Daily.
No, certainly not. Not at all. Hello. Are you the postmaster? You are. Nice to meet you, Jason.
Matt.
Matt? And you're the head postmaster for the facility?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe you want to explain the rules to these folks?
Yeah, you're allowed to film inside, but if the customers are wishing you do not use their vision, they do not need to be monitored or recorded.
I'm not here to record any of the customers. It's not about them.
Recording them and it's making them worried.
They're in a public space.
Correct.
Have you ever read your poster 7?
I have.
Okay.
You're allowed to film in here. You're
Right.
allowed to take pictures. I
Okay,
understand that.
so the customers are the ones who were actually causing the disturbance, not me. I was standing here silently.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay, so we'll just do what we're doing.
No worries.
Thank you, Matt. Hope that quells everyone's fears a little bit. We're not here to bother anybody. Causing a disturbance.
Who are you filming for?
I'm sorry?
Who are you filming for?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Really?
Yeah.
But you're at liberty to put me on that camera.
Well, we just had a conversation with the postmaster who
Right.
acknowledged the fact that we're fully within our,
Well, why can't
Rights
you
to do what
tell
we're
me who you're filming?
because I'm working on a story, and if I tell you what I'm doing, it'll compromise my
I don't
story.
wanna be on the story.
Well, then stop speaking to me, ma'am, please.
Please quit filming me.
I'm not filming you. This is a large room.
Yeah, I don't want to be on it either, man.
Yeah, really.
Trying to get my mail.
Well. Mary, can we film you?
Absolutely. Sure, I'd invite you to, because if you do, then you would be exercising your constitutional rights by doing that, and I fully encourage that. 1,000%.
Constitutional rights if we don't want to be on the camera.
You don't have any constitutional rights? Well, don't worry. I'm out here fighting for them for you.
I like to put this camera on.
I'd like to know a lot of things. Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
What are you guys up to?
You don't have to run and get all out of breath.
What are you guys up to?
Two friendly guys just taking some video of the post office.
Okay. What's your reasoning behind that?
That's to take some video of the post office. That's it. Can I get your name and badge number?
With the company?
Can I ask your name and badge number?
Yep.
So we can.
Sanchez with Vail Police Department, number 210.
210. Thank you very much. I appreciate
Can I
that.
see your ID, please?
No. Why would you need to see my ID?
What's your name, buddy? I just need a name. I don't want to call you sir.
You can call me sir. That's fine. You can call me hey you. Whatever's comfortable for you.
Okay.
Have I broken a law?
Nope. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on, which is why I'm here today.
Nothing's going on.
Okay. Well, we got a call. Something going on here.
Well, then you need to ask whoever called you. I guess I didn't call you.
Okay.
I don't have any issues.
Okay.
We're just in the post office. We actually had a conversation with Matt, the postmaster, who acknowledged
Got in contact with 2 mails inside.
acknowledged that we're okay doing what we're doing. Shook my hand and walked away. So we're
Are
fine.
you guys like a TV show or news? I'm trying to get more into
I
this.
choose not to answer certain questions.
Okay. So it's personal recording.
Like I said, I choose not to answer some questions.
Okay. Do you guys live in
What
this
I will tell you is that we're not up to any nefarious activities. There's no ill will, no ill intent, and we're just out taking some video in public spaces.
Okay. Did you
That's
guys talk to anybody else aside from, what'd you say his name was?
The postmaster's name is Matt.
Matt.
Right.
Okay. Did you talk to
Who doesn't need to give us permission to do what we're doing, but he acknowledged that we're okay doing what we're doing.
Did you talk to anyone else besides Matt?
That I spoke to Matt. Too many questions. What is there an issue with what we're doing?
No, I'm trying to figure out what's going on, like I said.
Well, I've already explained it to you.
Correct.
Here, let me even take it a step further. I'm working on a story, okay, on the post office.
Okay.
Okay.
It's nationwide. Or
So we're-
just here? And I'm trying to understand why the cameras are, I wouldn't record anything at the post office unless I had
I wouldn't-
documentary or history behind it, whatever the case.
I wouldn't wear a police uniform.
Okay.
So different people do different things. Some guys go out and take pictures of trains. Some guys go out and take pictures of road signs. Some people take pictures of birds. I take pictures of government facilities and municipal facilities and that kind of thing.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
So. You going out? Oh, I was going to get the door for you. You got it? Here. And since you were so nice, I won't even film you. Have a great day.
I don't have my phone, I would.
That's okay. Have a good day.
So they didn't have a problem videotaping here, but it started escalating that you guys maybe harassing customers.
The only
That was reported to us.
Can I get your name and badge number and then I'll answer your question?
Flynn, badge 213.
Okay. So the only out of line behavior here was one of the customers decided to walk up a foot in front of my son's camera and stick his middle finger in his lens. And
Did you get that person's name?
did I get his name? No. No, and I'm not interested in pursuing it. He's allowed to give me the middle finger if that's what he wants to do.
Okay. All right. So
But that was the only thing, as far as I'm concerned,
that you saw.
only disturbance I saw.
The staff said there was no issue with the video.
Yeah, no, and I was just telling Officer Sanchez here that we spoke to Matt, who is the postmaster,
Okay.
and shook my hand and told me we were fine doing what we're doing. Now, I just want to reiterate that I don't need his permission, but we did verify with him that we're okay doing what we're doing.
Okay.
Because he came out and asked us. And I had the same conversation I'm having with you with him. So basically, at the end of the day, there's nothing going on? No?
That's why I was asking. I didn't know what the main problem was, that there was.
No, as far as I'm concerned, you guys can definitely get back to work and find the bad guys.
I just want to know who he's filming for because he filmed me. I don't care what, I just want to know who he's filming for.
Ma'am, you asked me if I was filming for the Vail, what newspaper was it?
Who you're filming for because you filmed me on that camera.
Right, you're in public.
All I want to know is who he's filming for.
No,
Yeah, I can talk to you.
unfortunately, you're not going to get that information, so.
But you have the right to film me.
Yes, I do.
Give them your
Sure.
information.
Sorry?
Why don't you give them their information?
Why don't you just take care of business?
I am taking care of business.
Well, then come join the conversation then.
Citizen up here.
See, this is your disturbance, not me. Your disturbance is coming from other people, not me.
Okay.
How are you? Can I get your name and badge number so we can
can see
have a
it right here.
conversation?
It's video tape.
Well, then we can't have a conversation. Why would you want to be rude like that? I'm being very cordial to you. I just said, can you give me your name and badge number?
My name is Sergeant Christopher Box with the Vail Police Department, badge number 202.
And I'll take a business card now that you don't want to give me your name.
Okay.
Thank you. I know the law very well, sir.
Okay, so since we're contacting you, you can identify yourself now.
No, it's not the way it works.
That's what it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Do you suspect me of committing a crime?
You're obstructing business here.
No, I'm not. How am I obstructing business out here in the
You
lobby?
stopped me from walking in the door.
This is the obstruction of business. I didn't stop anybody from walking anywhere. That's a lie.
What's your goal?
There's security cameras all over this building.
What's your goal here today?
My goal is to take some video. That's it. Thank you for your card. I appreciate that. And I'm happy to start all over with you again and be cordial
sure.
if you want to do that.
What's your
Okay.
name?
So my name is Jason. I'll give you
Jason,
my
nice
first
to meet
name.
you.
Pleasure to meet you.
What's your name? Ben. Ben, nice to meet you. So what is going on here today?
I have explained it 15 times. I'm taking video. That's it. Simple as that. Nothing nefarious, no ill will, no ill intent, not looking to harm anybody, cause any disruptions.
So it seems to me you're obstructing some business here based on some comments.
Well, if it seems that way to you, that's up to you, but I would beg to differ with you.
Okay.
We're not disrupting anybody's business.
Okay. So you're.
I can't control what other people do. I can only control myself.
Yeah.
And I am operating within the law and under my constitutional protection. So I certainly am not looking to cause any problems or violate anybody's space.
Okay. So somebody
it.
objects to you videoing.
They can leave.
Okay.
We're in public.
Technically.
Yeah, no, not technically. We either are or we're not. You can't be half pregnant.
Okay.
And like I said, I had a conversation with Matt, the postmaster, came out, asked me what we were doing. We had a very cordial conversation. He shook my hand, said, you guys have every right to do what you're doing, and he went back in the back.
Okay, then why did we call here today?
I didn't call you, so I can't answer that question. I have no idea. I wouldn't have called you. Matter of fact, somebody mentioned calling the police. I forget who it was. And I said, why would you want to waste resources doing that? That was my answer to that. Because I know you guys have much more important stuff to do. And Sarah was being very cordial. Sarah introduced herself. I introduced myself to her.
Okay.
So there's no issues. Unless anybody wants to create one. But it wouldn't be me. I'm not looking
You
to...
seem very confrontational right now.
I'm being...
So my worry is...
No, no. You know what? And I'm not going to... You're not going to use your psychology classes on me.
No.
I'm not being confrontational. I'm being confronted by law enforcement. So I'm standing here having an official conversation with you. I'm having a professional... You're mistaking my professionalism and...
Well, it's not professional.
Sure it is.
Here's the deal.
I'm not being professional?
No. So here's...
So do you think when you walked in and refused to identify yourself initially, that was professional? Let's get back to...
I'm very identified right
Here's the third shot I'll give you. Let's start all over again for a second time and be cordial with each other. Okay, well then the conversation's over and you're dismissed and you can go have a nice day.
I'm contacting you,
Okay.
and I'm telling you this. If they allow you to be here, that's great.
They don't have to allow me to be
If
here.
you start interfering with other people's business...
Sir, I don't need your unlawful directives. This is Poster 7, which is the rules and regulations of the post office. Have you ever read it? Have you ever read this?
No,
This
so
gives us express permission to do what I'm doing.
and you have the right to
So
be here.
I'm not
That's
interested in
great.
hearing any unlawful directives.
If you...
Don't eat yellow snow, don't wrestle with a lollipop in your mouth. I know all that stuff. I'm
harassing
older than you are and I don't want to hear it. So,
If you start harassing the public, then we have a different issue.
of course.
So
If you start harassing me, we have a different issue. So I would appreciate it if you would just carry on with your day and I'll carry on with mine and we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I have no intentions of harassing anyone.
Okay,
So if people want to create that situation, that's up to them.
not contacting, not talking to people unless they...
Again, sir, I'm 50 years old. I don't need the directives. So you have a wonderful day. I appreciate speaking with you. Thank you very much.
It's not that simple.
It is. Why is it not that simple? Is your ego kicking in? We don't have any legal issues here. There are no legal
If
issues.
you start harassing people, then we do have...
If I start peeing on the floor, we have an issue.
Correct.
So I'm not doing any of that. I've already explained myself to you more than I need to. How many times do you want to repeat that statement?
You just now recontacted
Let me
me,
make
so I'm
something.
glad to talk
Let me
to
make something clear to you. Okay? I have no intention of harassing anyone or disrupting anybody's business. End of conversation.
just
Have a
letting-
nice day.
Hello, thank you. Please don't use me in your movie, thank you.
And like I said, there are no legal issues here. So right now we're just dealing with your ego. There are no legal issues. Nobody's breaking the law. Nobody's suspected of breaking the law. Nobody's violated even a policy or a rule or a regulation. So what are you doing
We've been
here?
called here for a reason.
And you've come and you've established the fact that there are no laws being broken.
We have not done that.
Okay, well then establish that fact and carry on.
Okay.
What law do you suspect me of breaking?
Sir, you keep contacting me now. You obviously walked away and recontacted me 3 times now.
Correct.
Okay. So if you would like to continue what...
Do you want me to just ignore you so that you can get flared up and your little ego can get upset and then you can do something saying that I did something? I'm trying to end this in a civil way.
Then walk away. Nobody's stopping you from walking away right now.
Nobody has stopped me from doing anything.
Exactly.
And they won't be stopping me from doing anything because I'm not breaking the law.
So are you going to let me continue investigating this?
You can investigate anything. How did I stop you?
Trump 2020, boys.
What happened because of that?
How did I stop you? I'm preventing you from now. So now I'm disrupting business and I'm preventing you from conducting your investigation.
As I've said before.
Wow. Okay.
Hey.
You've now recontacted me 3 times, so
Okay.
if you let me conduct my investigation, then we'll figure out what's going on and why we've been called.
You got it. So that being the case, I'm just going to stand here until this gets cleared up, and then we'll
Again, that's
proceed.
4 times.
See, your ego's really killing you, man. You got to just calm down a notch. I'm not one of the criminals. I'm not a bad guy. Okay.
I didn't say you were.
50 years old, never been in handcuffs in my life, and I'm not going to start with you today. Okay.
I hope so. I hope that's
Oh
the
no,
case.
there is no hope. Hope was the ship that sank. Things happen deliberately in this world, and I deliberately stay out of trouble and follow the rules.
Okay.
Okay? You deliberately try to escalate. It's written into your policy that the onus is on you to de-escalate. So why don't you try that?
Have I escalated this situation?
I would say you did.
Okay.
Yep. You're being very curt.
Okay, again.
You decided that you didn't want to identify yourself when you first walked in the door until you realized that I knew what the law was?
I'm very identifiable.
Okay.
I identify myself.
What if I can't read? You're not identifiable. What if I can't read?
Then the business card wouldn't do you any good anyway.
Sure, what? I could take it out to somebody and ask them to read it for me.
Is this true that you were sticking your camera in front of people's faces, in a way forcing them to talk and whatever questions you were asking them?
Absolutely not. And the person that said that just filed a false police report with you, so I'll be pressing charges against them if you pursue that.
Okay.
I have everything on my
So it
camera.
was more than one
2
person.
cameras.
And
Conspiracy against my rights.
okay.
That's interesting. I'm very learned, okay, and you guys are going to find that out. So let's stick to the law. Let's not try to create things. Let's stick to what's actually going on here. I'm very familiar with what I'm doing. I've done this 1,000 times. I know what the law is. You don't know what my education background is. You don't know what my professional background is. Let's just stick to the law. Let's be cordial with each other. Let's do things properly. And let's just handle this like adults. So if somebody's telling you that, what I'm telling you is that they're lying to you. And I can prove that on 2 different cameras.
Okay.
So to answer your question, no, I did not do that. And I can prove it.
Did you ever engage with anybody else?
If somebody asked me a question, yes. I had the woman that just left earlier with the ponytail asked me, what's the name of the local paper here? The Vail, something with a D? Vail Daily. She said to me, are you with the Vail Daily? And I said, no, I'm not. She said, oh, okay. So I might have answered a couple cordial questions. Sure.
Did anyone ever ask you to step away or not record them or leave them alone?
Did anybody ask me to step away or not record them or leave them alone?
Correct.
Not to my knowledge, no. People expressed that they're discontent with me filming. Yeah. Sure, you witnessed that. Yeah.
Okay. Did you need to talk about
Are you good with them being here for the time being? As long as...
I'll tell you what, as soon as you guys leave, I'm going to leave. I'm just not going to be rushed out of anywhere.
Okay, so
I'll leave. You guys leave. Do what you got to do.
So-
I'll hang around for a minute or 2, leave of my own accord, and that'll be the end of. You'll probably never see me again because I don't live in Vail.
what we're investigating is not your presence here. Was that if you were harassing the public?
I understand what you're investigating
That's
fully.
what the claim was. You're
Right.
denying it. So you're fine to be here.
Right.
So long as this was what I was trying to tell you before. Your presence here isn't the issue. But if you start harassing people, contacting people when they don't want to be contacted, they tell you to leave, and you're not doing that. That's a different.
Okay, but
If
as
you're
we
not-
just
if you're not doing that, then you're fine being.
okay, well, as we just witnessed, people like to invent things.
And that's
So that also plays into the story.
And that's why we're investigating.
Which is why I record, and which is why you have body cameras, because this is an objective witness that doesn't lie.
And that's
right?
why we're investigating. We're called here for a reason.
So is your investigation complete?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you realize that I did not break any laws, and you don't suspect me of breaking any laws, or you don't suspect that I'm about to break any laws?
No.
Okay, well then you have a wonderful day, sir.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
Have a great
Thank you,
time.
Officer Sanchez. Take care. Thank you, sir. Have a wonderful day. Now, all I can tell you is, if somebody approaches me, okay, I'm just going to tell you what my game plan
I
is, and
understand.
decides to try to escalate or create a confrontation with me, I'm just going to remain silent so that I don't cause a disturbance.
That would be much appreciated.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
It's supposed to show me something. It's not. It's not. That's what I said.
Have a good day, guys.
Seriously, on a human note, you guys stay safe. We appreciate you and have a great day.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, guys, here's your walk of shame in Vail, Colorado. And I think that's going to wrap it up for this one. We're going to hop in the truck, head back down the road, and how you doing? Good.
You guys have any problems in there getting your video?
Yeah, well, they tried to create some problems for us, but...
So was it a citizen that called the cops, or was it the post office?
That I don't know, because I didn't even ask. I'm not sure. So do you agree with what we're doing?
Oh, well, I agree with your right to get video in public places.
My name's Jason.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. I appreciate that. This is my son, Ben.
I work for the Vail Daily newspaper.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You work for the Vail Daily?
I know the laws, and I too one time got harassed about a guy was getting arrested in an Easter Bunny costume in the village, and I was taking video of it, and they told me I couldn't take video of it.
Which you could.
Yeah,
you now
I
know.
could, and
yeah.
I argued with him about it, and it was. I eventually just stopped because we weren't even really in the video game at that time, so
Gotcha.
I kind of evaluated, what to gain versus.
Well, you choose your battles.
Yeah. Choose your battles.
Of course.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, no, we appreciate you, man, and I appreciate you coming up and saying that. And I've been, I have a long history with working for newspapers and magazines and news channels. And
this is non-commercial production you're working on.
This is non-commercial production that we're working on. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
no major media here.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Oh no, I know my rights better than the cops do.
I'm sure. Yeah, I could tell. And a guy in there asked me, he's like, "God, they're harassing people." And I kind of went and listened to you for a second. I walked back and said, "No, I agree with them."
Good.
And then he said, "Yeah, but what about they have to get your permission to use your conversation?" And I think there is, if you get whole conversations in line at the post office, two neighbors talking, and you pick up their whole conversation, there sometimes can enforce eavesdropping and things like that.
Not a person-to-person conversation. You can't.
Right. Exactly.
And what happens is like you walked up to my camera, and this is good for you to know.
Yeah.
Okay. When you walk to my camera legally, but let me just tell you.
Yeah.
Well, you gave me first-person consent.
Course,
right.
Yes.
Just by walking up and right.
Yeah.
Well,
it should be that way.
Obvious to some, not obvious to others. But you seem like a very sensible guy, and I really do appreciate you coming up.
Yeah, I'm sorry that. So then, to continue what I was saying, so I walked back in and said, no.
You know what? Give me 1 second. Let me grab my. I want to just grab a battery backup out of the car because I'm about to die.
I have to pick up my kids. But then he said, well, and the cops are here and it's creating a disturbance. I said, some nervous Nelly called the cops because in America that's the first thing that people do. Something happens, they call the cops.
And not only did they call the cops, they called the cops and told them that we were threatening people and sticking our cameras in their faces.
That's what escalated. That's the only reason that this was escalated is because of the police.
And that's a big deal. You know what? There are people sitting in jail right now that did absolutely nothing wrong.
Yeah.
It's a scary thing. But we appreciate you, man. All right. Take care. Have a great day. All right, guys. Again, that's just going to wrap it up from here at the Vail Post Office. We're going to hop in the truck, see what we can find for you next. So coming to you from Vail, Colorado, watching a Watchman, Amagansett Press. We'll catch you on the next one, guys. And let me just get you this last drive of shame as they pull out. Amagansett Press, out.